Hello, I'm Pat Kuro and I'm with the Barona Band of Mission Indians. I hope that your family is well, especially through this coronavirus pandemic that we're all facing. I'm at the Barona Cultural Center and Museum, and we are excited to partner with the new Children's Museum to honor Native American Month. I will be sharing some history about the Kumeyaay Nation, so you can learn more about our culture and the Native community at Barona. First fact that I'd like to share with you is our tradition of storytelling. Storytelling was so important. In the night around the fire, the old people used to tell stories, and the stories always had a good moral ending to them, and they taught the children. They didn't have TVs or computers or iPads or things to play with in the evening. And so storytelling was so important. It told the story from creation all the way through a person's death, and at the very end, when the spirit ascends into the good old happy hunting grounds. And so it's important. Many of our stories are kept in song. The same stories all the way from creation, all the way up to the point where the spirit crosses over into the new world, the spirit world. And so storytelling was very, very important to our people. They did not have a written language. And so their stories were passed down orally. And everybody enjoyed storytelling. Fact number 2, listen to your elders. If there's one thing the Indian culture teaches, it is that you are to grow each day and to become a more mature person. You are to learn from your experiences, and by the time you're an adult, you're supposed to be a person that the young people can turn to, and you can lead them. And when you reach the age of an elder, around 70 years old or above, that's a very special person, because they've lived their lives for many years and they've learned many things, they've experienced things. And the tribe always said, if you listen to your elders, your life would be better if you'll only do what they tell you. And so when a young person meets an elder, they are encouraged to go give them a hug, and they call them aunt or uncle, even if they're not related, because they show respect for the elders and all that they know. We also would like to share fact number 3. Know your family history and keep your traditions alive. It is important to know your family history. If you don't know where you're from, you don't know who you are. And if you know who you are, then you can face life more positively, because you know exactly where you came from. And so your family history, your family traditions, even your family tree is important to understand. Our tribal traditions are so important to tribal people these days. There was a time in the late 1800s and early 1900s when they would take Indian children away to school, and they would tell them to stop learning, listening, and even speaking their language, but stop learning and listening to the traditions, because the traditions were wrong. They were trying to make Americans out of them and take all the Indian out of them. But many of them were shamed to be called Indian after these school experiences. But many of them held on to the traditions, and it's so alive today among our young people. They are learning the traditions, they are learning the songs, and we are even teaching them the language once again. I hope you all learned something today and can share this knowledge with your friends and family. To discover more about our culture, you can also visit the Barona Cultural Center and Museum in person. We are open now and staying safe. You can also check our website, and I want to thank you for joining in this program. Bless you all.